Hello everyone, Elias Leonidas here for part 7 of our Imperator Rome Sparta campaign. Picking up where we last left off, we were able to defeat Egypt in a war using our naval superiority, and we were able to get the island of Andros as a subject and liberate Kos. And now I would like to have taken Kos, and I'm tempted to attack them, but it's kind of absolutely not worth it. So what we're going to do instead is look for a bigger target. I'm going to arrange a marriage. She is much too old, much too old, much too old. Show age? Age. So go age. So we do not want the oldest we can possibly get. We want a younger wife with some good skill traits. Ooh, this one is the martial ability is really bad. Does not have traits I want at all, so she has pretty good traits. We're gonna go with her. I just don't want to spend forever choosing a wife for a character. We have our exiled armies. We gotta get our navy up here. What I was looking at in between the break is we have a really good financial situation right now. So good, in fact, that we maybe want to be brazen. 15 plus 5. So we'll be at 20 navy. And what we might want to be brazen at or towards is the power of Macedon. Now Macedon can only get to us by land through Boeotia, which is our very close ally. In fact, they love us quite a bit and we haven't even boosted anything. So I think if we would go to war, Boeotia, as long as we didn't call Boeotia in, would be unpassable for Macedon. Which means the only way they can get their army to us is through their navy. And if we can build up a stronger navy, well, that means we can crush them. And we can crush them quite easily and quite good. Our little buddy here, Andros, too, might provide some annoyances by taking Boa for us. So it depends on the size of their army over here. So we're going to transfer our army over here. For any of this to actually happen though, we need to do a lot of prep work first. Like I said, I'm willing to risk the campaign at this point. I feel like I've gone as far as the shortness of it that I wanted. Just learning the game and getting some of the basic mechanics down. Gotta get these guys over to land. And we should have a good amount of troops. We have 5k here. Plus the 8, so we should have about 20k in our own personal army, which is definitely underneath Macedon, which they're sitting at 46. They have no manpower though, so 46 plus the 7 here, and whatever may be in Aboa. They definitely have around double. But that double is not that big a deal for us if we can really build up our navy and mitigate any of the situation when it comes to cost. Now, Andros just sucking a little bit of our money away from us. Let's look at our religious ability. We can't get any blessings right now, and we can't boost stability quite yet. We can in a little bit. I know high stability usually leads to the ability to get some more financial boost, which we're desperately going to need. Let's bring this navy out over here, and we're not losing too drastically amount of money. 0.03 is not much at all, so we can definitely afford to endure that cost for a while. What we are going to do is bring these guys over here going to drop them off, and I think what our plan is going to end up being, we have Megapolis here, and while that does help prevent our capital from getting attacked straight away, I don't think it really adds any benefits for us, at least in the short run. So we're going to get rid of this fort for now. All it does is it does blockade a direct route to Sparta, but pretty much they already have to go through our fort as is. And if they're attacking Sparta, we've already kind of lost that war. We're going to try to rely on our navy to definitely win the day for us. We're now positive, but not positive by that much. I'm actually surprised we're not quite a bit more in the positive. Epirus. Oh no, Epirus is getting really beaten up here. Epirus actually might be a better target for us. I forgot that they broke away from our alliance. Yeah, we're going to completely change this. There's no reason to try to take on a behemoth, but we can definitely go after weakened Epirus, especially because it looks like everyone, well, not everyone, but some people are definitely trying to take them apart. Now I really wish Boeotia would not have that alliance with them. If we do go to the war, they will turn on us and fight for Epirus. Do they have anyone guaranteed or in defensive league with? No. I wish we could encourage an ally to cancel. Oracle of Delphi. Spend a lot of money and get some pretty good boost for 15 years. We'll take that. That's a good boost to have for quite a while. Got an invention. That supply limit might be the best one we have right now. Navy morale recovery isn't bad. We're actually going to take the population growth. And the omen we can do, we're going to probably boost stability. What does that get us? It has no effects. So we are not getting any positives or any negatives out of any of this. How is this looking? Macedon's still not unbelievably powerful. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to reposition ourselves as if we are going to fight Macedon. Patria is allowing access. I'm not sure why. I didn't think. Oh, we are. Yeah, they are granting us military access. The negative is Macedon will have access to him. What about Boeotia? Boeotia is just granting Parthii military access. Epirus's war is over. Unfortunately, they still are allied with Boeotia. The caveat here, though, is we could pretty easily, I think, take out Epirus, though it would ruin our plans when it comes to fighting Macedon, because that gives them quite a bit of territory that we would now control for them to eat up. We're going to hold off on doing that. Instead, what we want, we're going to appoint another military general. This guy's got a good amount of loyalty. And the Navy will be fine, because we're going to add all of them together. We actually have 21 ships, so I do not know how to count. But that is fine, because that means we have an even stronger Navy presence. Ooh, Phrygia lost its main area. There might be another, there's another Phrygian revolt, which means Phrygia is extremely weak. If we were to declare this war, only Phrygia is able to combat us. We are shifting our plans yet again. I think what we're going to do now, we have the navy to take this on, and if anything, I can build up some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have 26 off of that, which should be just as much as Phrygia's. Yes, that will be about Phrygia's navy. So I think what we're going to do is now plot a course for a all-out war with Phrygia. Ooh, this is actually the Phrygian revolt. So if we got the Phrygian revolt instead, we could take some lands. They aren't quite big though, but they have hardly any forces. It's one of those things where we could kill off Phrygia pretty decisively here now. They don't have an army. They do have a navy though, so that is what's concerning. But we could take a huge chunk of some of the most important cities here in Greece, being Athens. And we maybe could even push it to grab some other territories, even in Asia Minor if we want to. I think that's what we're going to do actually now. Keep flip-flopping plans, but keep having different opportunities pop up for us. So we're going to instead go after the Phrygian revolt. We're going to fabricate a claim on Hellas. I think it's... Where do they have land? Pause real quick here. It said they have land in Achaia? Or, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I thought this was like this area, so I don't... Province of Hellas. So that is definitely the one we want the most. So yeah, we're gonna fabricate this. Take Hellas. We're going to just wait a couple turns, and then we are going to have ourselves a nice little war on our hands. Bring the navy back over here to pick us up. How are we doing financially? We're at a net loss right now because we have such a huge navy, but that is okay. Combine this navy together. We have the treasury to handle some deficits for a while. I would just like to keep this high amount of money though, because this really helps us out more than anything. We're going to declare this war. Oh no, they have just gotten an ally, and they're a pretty decent sized ally. Pause it again. Let's see what their ally can do. They have 9 ships. They have 22 men though, so that could be an issue. Just when we start to look good and we get some roadblocks in our way every time. The positive out of this is we could have taken all of the islands. We maybe could have taken this part of Phrygia. I'm not really trying to get involved in these massive messes over in Asia. Taking all of these islands though would be worthwhile because we could dominate using the sea and trying to block off any access to Sparta. Because you risk it thus far. It's only one enemy. It's a pretty doable enemy, I think. We're gonna call in everyone and we're just gonna go for it. I really want Athens. That would be a great piece to add to our little Spartan power. Plus, it's not some territory that's too terribly far away. I mean, not that these islands wouldn't be, but all we can grab is the islands, which I think are not quite as powerful as grabbing. Athens is really weakened, so I don't know if that was as great, but we can at least grab Athens. I think, yep, there is an island here that we can grab as well. So let's load our men onto the ships. Combine all this into one. We are going to form our second navy, use our second admiral, and form, yeah, basically our second naval group, I think should be the right words. I want something young and loyal, but it seems like we don't have much of that, and this guy is drastically worse. So I guess we go with the older guy that is loyal and has decent skill. Have him come up. Now, just off of the 14 ships in the second navy, we have enough, or 11, so we still have more. We're fine there. Get all these guys loaded up. That way, once all of them on board, we can set sail immediately for Athens. If I can click the right thing. There we go. And the big thing here is I want smaller army will embark there, and the larger army will go to Athens. It's imperative that we're the ones that occupy all of this because we are taking it all. No exceptions. Phrygia, Phrygian revolt up there, and down here in Egypt, I don't really want that land right now, at least. I'm trying to see if they have any other random little holdings. I think all of it's just either here in Asia or down here. That is not what we want. There we go, we've occupied that already. Send these guys up. We're going to cross on the boats and take that little island. Ooh, and we get at least this one, this little island as well. Let's look at the diplomatic. So they own that little island as well, and the rest of the islands are all part of the Nasiotic League, which are all vassals to Phrygia. Oh, there's so many Phrygias. Phrygia, Paroria, Phrygia, and then the Phrygian revolt, which would probably break away. I'm not helping their success story, but at least we're gaining some decent amount of land out of this, hopefully. I'm not sure how we're losing this right now, though, because we occupy the most important thing, which is the war goal. I'm not quite sure why we're... There we go, positive war score now at least. Yeah, we'll accept your trade with us, Rhodes. Rhodes is building up a decent amount. They just have most of their army, though, down here in the smaller island instead of on the capital. Okay, we now occupied all of that. Perfect. And what we could do, and what we're going to do, because why not? We have the 7K right here. They can do their job and just sit on Sparta. Got no real worries going on. What we're going to do is transport these 13K, and they are going to come out here. And along with them, we're going to drag this 11K stack out this way. 11 navy, 11 ships. We're going to drag them and have them raid the coastline. No, we don't want to engage on that one. We do want to go this way, though. Phrygia with its massive fleet, but not much in the way of men, which is, again, totally fine by me. The more divided Phrygia gets, hopefully the more ships it loses. We, I think, are undisputedly tied or near the top of as the naval power. At 26 ships, and we could honestly build some more. Our new goal here, though, is to siege out these guys. Now we're going to bring our navy over here and hopefully blockade them. Perfect, so we're going to get the blockade up. We're actually going to pull these guys back out to this side. The 15k can watch the 9, or the 15 can watch the 9, and that will be perfect. We'll march these guys up. I don't think there's a single fort on the island of Cyprus, so that is going to work out in our favor. They already surrendered? No, they're not surrendering. For some reason I can't take other things as well, which doesn't make sense. Okay, we're having huge success when it comes to occupying all of this. Again, the last thing I want to do is allow Phrygia to re-expand, which they just did right there. But I definitely am all for taking some advantage and grabbing some really good land for ourselves. Salmas is taken, so the capital, or the larger city on Cyprus is ours. So Cyprus has pretty much fallen to us. Now honestly we have the military if I bring everyone over to take their provinces in Asia. If they only have 16k. Do I have? No, they have 41. So no, we're not going to do that. But we have the naval fleets to pretty much isolate them and bar them out of any expansion. So we're not taking anything. We're definitely taking all that we can. Who occupied this? Redeemus. How do I request? So I didn't realize Chakis was there, which is going to be a pain in the ass now. Reset it. No, I want to take the whole of everything. It's more of these wonderful issues with me not being able to understand why I can't take those lands. Epidemus left our defensive league, which is interesting. Maybe they're moving away from being our ally, which will be concerning. It's also why I don't want to give them anything, but might not have a choice, because I guess it's at least better for them to hold one random province than to let them hold on to it. Okay, so we just can't do this because control reasons, so that's fine. I don't want that, but I understand that a little bit more. I'm guessing maybe the island right here is because of distance as well, but that doesn't quite check out in my brain. Especially, for example, right here, this Osiros is this one. This little Gianna does not make sense. So we could take all of that We take Athens. We'd unfortunately give Chalkis to Demas. Not sure why I can't request for an ally to hand over occupation status. I do the military colonies. I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds interesting. I wonder if we can colonize. Well, Island Tinos is growing, but neither of them are near 10, unfortunately. Siege ability plus 5%, cohort recruitment. Hostile attrition is good. We're going with siege towers though. That is a little bit better. And we can always grab Scorched Earth next. Okay, we will just sue for peace. See how much we get. 97, that's pretty good. If I actually get rid of that, can we get more money? The only thing is, if we give Epidemus this, the kicker I want here is I plan on betraying Epidemus because they are going to be in the way. We're gonna go with this. We'll increase our rank to regional power, which is great. Finally be important on the scale of things. So it shifts our alliances to guarantees. So we've now guaranteed a bunch of smaller powers. Which is not great. We've also become too powerful, so we can't be part of a defensive league, which might be a little bit of a negative. We did just gain a decent amount of land. I'm not at war anymore. Yeah, so we are just going to take our men and go. And actually what we might look into doing is now going after Phrygia. At 26 though, so we would need our navy to be together. We have the money though. I think what we're gonna do real quickly is add 5 more, make us the undisputed naval power. Also gives us a good amount of men, so we have 20k plus 5 waiting to be built. I was just trying to hold off on building extra men for no reason. Fortunately, I don't understand why we couldn't take these tiny little islands. They're more than, I think, within the right of us taking them. League is at war with Rhodes and Phrygian, which is really interesting. This honestly might be a good time to go after Phrygia. We're gonna have to wait a little bit for the oratory power to change, but Rhodes is fighting them as well. So we're going to take our navy over here, going to have them dock here. We're going to have these guys jump on board here. Another little island I am interested in is what happens with Kos. They're not guaranteed by anyone. Ooh, yeah, let them continue. We get a free fortress. I'm fine with that. That'll actually end up unfortunately it doesn't touch here, but it will defend most of the rest of the island and probably the most important areas, for us at least. Phrygia will be hurting quite a bit, and we should have enough money to definitely handle another fortress, and it's at least a tactically valuable one. It makes it doubly hard to take Crete from us. Well, I think this is a great place to stop. We went up from a local power to now being a regional power, though our little map didn't quite seem to grow as much. We own this little section here, only 3 provinces, just hoping to get these islands. But we now have Athens under our control as part of Sparta, and it is really showing up. Probably next part we will attack Phrygia and eventually Macedon. I think Phrygia is on the chopping block first. I'd like to take all of these islands from them, and on top of that we could grab Kos and maybe even make some gains into Asia. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Ilias Leonidas. If you liked the video, please make sure to leave a like. If you want to see the next part, make sure to subscribe, or to see any of the other content on this channel. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.